All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Karnataka and Maharashtra today to launch several developmental projects. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar says India and Maldives together have responsibility for regional peace and security. India at UN says reform of multilateral institutions is an urgent imperative. In cricket, India beat New Zealand by 12 runs in first ODI of 3-match series in Hyderabad. And in Men's Hockey World Cup, India to lock horns with Wales this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a day-long visit to Karnataka and Maharashtra today. In Karnataka, the Prime Minister will visit Yadgir and Kalburgi districts. At around 12 noon, Mr. Modi will lay the foundation stone and inaugurate various developmental projects related to irrigation, drinking water and a national highway development project at Kodekal in Yadgir district. In the afternoon, the Prime Minister will reach Malkheda in Kalburgi district, where he will distribute title deeds to the eligible beneficiaries of newly declared revenue villages. He will be handing over possession certificates of houses to record 51,900 habitants. More details from our Bengaluru correspondent.
After arriving to Kalburgi today morning, the Prime Minister will reach Yadgiri by helicopter to inaugurate Narayanpur Left Bank Canal. He will be switching on the automation system. The system has supervisory control and data acquisition based automation from the dam to the farmer delivery outlets. It is supported by robust communication system and geographic information system based irrigation network management information system. For the first time in the history of canal irrigation project, the tail end users will receive water for irrigation. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Mr. Modi will reach Mumbai in Maharashtra in the evening, where he will inaugurate, dedicate and lay the foundation stone of multiple development initiatives worth around 38,800 crore rupees. He will also inaugurate 2 lines of Mumbai Metro and also undertake a metro ride. The Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone of 7 sewage treatment plants, which will be built at a cost of around 17,200 crore rupees. Our Mumbai correspondent reports these sewage treatment plants will be set up in Malad, Bhadup, Versova, Ghatkopar, Bandra, Dharavi and Worli with a combined capacity of around 2,460 millions of litre per day.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also launch Mumbai One mobile app and National Common Mobility Card, which will be initially used in metro corridors and can be extended to other modes of mass public transit, including local trains and buses as well. Commuters will not need to carry multiple cards or cash. The NCMC card will enable quick contactless digital transactions, thereby easing the process with a seamless experience. In an effort to strengthen the healthcare infrastructure in Mumbai, Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate 20 Hindu Hriday Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray Apla Davakhana, meaning our dispensary. This novel initiative provides essential medical services like health checkups, medicines, investigations and diagnostics completely free to the people. The Prime Minister will start the road concretization project for around 400 km roads of Mumbai. This project will be developed at a cost of about 6,100 crore rupees. He will also lay the foundation stone for redevelopment of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
The Election Commission has announced the schedule for assembly elections in Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland. All the 3 states will go to polls in a single phase. Voting for 60-member Tripura Assembly will be held on 16th of February. The 60-member Meghalaya and Nagaland assemblies will go to polls on 27th of February. Counting of votes in all the 3 states will take place on 2nd of March. Announcing the poll schedule in New Delhi yesterday, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said, the Commission is committed to ensuring free, fair and violence-free elections in the 3 states. He said of the total polling stations, as many as 376 will be fully managed by women staff.
In all the polling stations, we'll have 100% assured minimum facilities, which include all of them are ground floor. There would be ramp, there would be accessible, there would be water, there would be electricity, there would be toilet, and there would be a volunteer to help our PWD voters and also our senior citizens.
The Election Commission also announced by-elections to 1 parliamentary constituency in Lakshadweep and 6 assembly constituencies spread over 5 states, namely Maharashtra, Arunachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. The by-elections will be held on 27th of February and counting of votes will take place on 2nd of March. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar has said work on the proposal of remote voting is in progress. Briefing media yesterday, Mr. Kumar said it was not an easy subject and reaching decisions in a democracy takes time. When asked about the recent all-party meeting on remote voting, the Chief Election Commissioner said the meeting was successful with representatives of recognized political parties and the issue of 30 crore missing voters came up for discussion. The first G20 Health Working Group meeting under India's presidency being held at Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala enters the second day today. The 3-day meeting was inaugurated by Union Minister of State for Health, Dr. Bharti Praveen Pawar, yesterday. We have a report.
The G20 Health Working Group meeting, which is a major platform of discussion on various challenges in health sector and focusing on universal health, is being attended by representatives of G20 member countries, special invitee countries and international organizations. Today, the potential of digital health systems will be discussed in the meeting. A side event on medical value travel and integrated therapies will also begin today. The delegation is also scheduled to visit the KIMS Hospital and Kovalam Arts and Crafts Village today. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar has underlined the strong partnership India has with Maldives and said that the two countries together have a responsibility for peace and security in the region. Dr. Jaishankar is on a 3-day visit to Maldives and Sri Lanka.
We are good neighbors, we are strong partners, we are today mutually invested in development and progress, but we also together have a responsibility for peace and security in the region. Our security partnership also continues to strengthen, which is the way it should be. India is always willing to meet the requirements and the needs of Maldives both for itself and for the larger region.
Dr. Jaishankar yesterday called on Maldives President Ibrahim Solih and held discussions with his Maldives counterpart Abdullah Shahid. The two sides signed and exchanged memoranda of understanding, which includes an additional grant of 100 million rupees for high-impact community development projects. More details from our correspondent.
Dr. Jaishankar reviewed several ongoing India-backed projects, including the Greater Malay Connectivity Project. The minister said the projects have made a real difference to the lives of people. The MOUs signed yesterday were termed by the minister as a reaffirmation of a strong developmental partnership between the two countries. Dr. Jaishankar also participated in the groundbreaking ceremony of Hani Madho International Airport along with President Ibrahim Solih. The airport development project is one of the largest investments outside the capital region. He will inaugurate a cultural center at Huaccaido, after which he will proceed to Colombo later today, where he will meet the Sri Lankan leadership. For AIR News, Ahmed Moin Farooqi, Colombo.
Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan will embark on a 3-day visit to the United Arab Emirates from today. During the visit, Mr. Muralidharan will meet the UAE ministers and a broad cross-section of the Indian community in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. India stressed on reforms in the multilateral institutions during an informal meeting of the United Nations General Assembly. Calling reform of the multilateral institutions an urgent imperative, India said that these should focus on giving voice to the concerns of the developing world while reflecting the realities of the 21st century. Speaking at the UN briefing, India's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ruchira Kambod, said New Delhi remains concerned about the increasing fragmentation of the international landscape. She said as the chair of the G20, India will continue to engage proactively with the Global South, refactoring the priorities of the South into the G20 process. The Sports Ministry has sought an explanation from the Wrestling Federation of India, WFI, over the allegations made by some wrestlers. The ministry has taken cognizance of the protest by wrestlers in New Delhi yesterday and their serious charges of sexual harassment of women wrestlers by the WFI president and coaches, as well as mismanagement in the functioning of the federation. According to a statement, the ministry has directed the WFI to furnish a reply within the next 72 hours on the allegations. The ministry added that it has taken a very serious view of the matter since it pertains to the well-being of athletes. In men's cricket, India defeated New Zealand by 12 runs in the first one-day international of three-match series in Hyderabad last night. Chasing the target of 350 runs, New Zealand were bowled out for 337 in 49.2 overs. Earlier, opting to bat first, India posted 349 for the loss of 8 wickets. Shubman Gill became the youngest cricketer ever to score an ODI double century. He made 208 of 149 deliveries. In the FIH Men's Hockey World Cup, India will take on Wales in capital Bhubaneswar this evening. The last of India's group stage matches will be played at the iconic Kalinga Stadium from 7 p.m. Indian time. In the other 3 matches, Malaysia will meet Japan at 1 p.m. Indian time, while the Netherlands will face Chile at 3 p.m. and Spain will lock horns with England at 5 p.m. All the matches will take place at the same venue. We have a report.
After a day's rest yesterday, since the World Cup hockey power play unfolded in Odisha last Friday, at least 8 teams, including India, will descend on the field in the Kalinga Stadium today to jostle past their scheduled rivals in full josh. From India's point of view, out of the 3 matches to be played from 1 p.m. in the afternoon today, with a uniform time gap of 2 hours each, all eyes will be on which way the tiny ball travels when England and Spain will vie hard for ball position. This match that just precedes before India takes on Wales will determine how large India's victory margin against Wales should be to be the group winner in Pool D, where both England and India share the same points, but England tops the group with more goals. Girish Chandra Das, AIR News, Bhubaneswar.
World's longest river cruise, MV Ganga Vilas, sailed to Sultanganj from Munger in Bihar this morning. The cruise is in the state en route to Dibrugarh via Bangladesh. We have a report.
Tourists will visit historical and religious places in Sultanganj. They are scheduled to visit Asgavinath Temple. It is one of the most famous Hindu temples dedicated to Lord Shiva. Has been constructed on a rock which is projected out from holy river Ganga. During the month of Sawan, millions of pilgrims across the country come here to fetch Ganga water from Sultanganj to offer it to Baba Baidyanath at Devghar in Jharkhand. Krishna Kumar Lal, AIR News, Patna.
And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Vaibhav Srivastava.
Thank you, Sarabjit. With the stage all set for the first tranche of assembly elections in 2023, Tripura polls on February 16th, Meghalaya, Nagaland on February 27th, results on March 2nd informs the Pioneer. Quoting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the Asian Age headline, sports not unimportant, it is career option. And finally, with dehumidifiers and air conditioners humming round the clock, Air India's fabled art collection opens for public next week, writes the Hindustan Times. And with that, it's back to you, Sarabjit.
Thank you, Vaibhav. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Karnataka and Maharashtra today to launch several developmental projects. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar says India and Maldives together have responsibility for regional peace and security. India at UN says reform of multilateral institutions is an urgent imperative. In cricket, India beat New Zealand by 12 runs in first ODI of 3-match series in Hyderabad, and in Men's Hockey World Cup, India to lock horns with Wales this evening. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.